Hello guys, my name is Ibobo Victor today and I'm planning to build a startup in 90 days um, from zero to $100,000. So the main goal is actually to build a business from zero to $1 million, and my inspiration came from Glenn Stearns in Undercover Billionaire. I don't know if any of you might have watched it, but I did watch it 2 years ago, and as at that time, I do have an experience building a business, but I have not really built, a successful business, I would say, and uh, I guess it's with experience. You get better with experience. So as at that time, I wasn't really doing good, and I was so confused. And you know how YouTube algorithm works now. So one day, I just eventually went to my YouTube and Undercover Billionaire popped up and I watched it all through. Ever since then, I've been feeling inspired to start something, do what Glenn did, and but I've not been like in the right phase of life where I am able to achieve that goal until like right now, where it's quite a bit easier for me. So Glenn started with $100. Let me tell you the difference. Glenn started with $100, and to build a $1 million business, I think the business valuation was at 800K at the 90th day. $800,000. So I'm going to be starting a business, and my own is going to be 1 year. Here's the reason why my $1 million target is 1 year. Glenn Stearns' target was 90 days because he has an experience. Right, even if he went to a city with nobody, he's far more advanced in age and also in business. So I'm going to give myself 1 year for that, because I do not have that much experience, but I'm going to learn from them and basically replicate, follow their footsteps, and then bring it over, and then also play it over here in this show. Then also Glenn is basically coming from the United States. So if we talk about economic cap, you would realize that US economic cap, the money coming in is not the same way I'll be charging my people here with the money coming in. So that's why I have it broken down into goals. And for the first quarter, which is like for the first 3 months, for the first 90 days, I'm looking to make about $100,000. Now today is the 7th of January, which means January, February, March. January, February, March. I think 7th of March or April, we should be done. So this is day one of shooting in these 2 minute shots, and I'm really happy. And I don't know how much we can get. I'll be very frank with you. Even holding the camera is a bit, it is what it is. But let's go. Let's keep the energy burning. This is 3 minutes already. I think I've done enough introduction. I'll walk you through all. This video is basically going to be released every week, and I'll walk you through, everything that I'm going to be doing every single week to achieve this goal. So this is day one. And why I could start with like $10 and the rest is because I do have light and I do have electricity. I have shelter and I have food. Glenn did not have, all of that to leverage on. So he needed his $100 to leverage on that. But I do have these things, so I'm using them to leverage on achieving this goal. And I so much hope that we achieve it. And then I think along the line, Glenn was actually he wanted to file in some documents to building a business. I do have a business document already, so that's the heads up: lights, food, shelter, and a CAC and a company. So let's keep going. Let's see what this week has. So today is the day 5 of building $100,000 business in 90 days, and it has been a series of events, not something that hectic, but kind of mentally rather than physically, which is why you're not seeing anything like any other event around in this first YouTube video. But that's not a problem, right? We still have extra days. Day 5, today being day 5, we still have about 85 days in order to build $100,000 business. And financially, what have we gotten? Nothing yet. what have we done all throughout this previous 4 days? The thing I've worked on is setting a plan, setting steps, and then reaching out to people to see, how we can achieve this goal. But since when I say reaching out to people, I don't mean reaching out to people. I know reaching out to new people, because when my content is going out there, some are like, hey, what's up? Let's see if we can collaborate or things like that. But there has not been any valid decision made yet to going further. So possibly, it could be this week, it could be next week, it could be anytime. But I'm going to walk you through some of the things that I thought of this week. And number one is strategy. So of course, we want to build $100,000 business. That means that we need to have a plan. I need to have a plan. And what's the plan basically? So I thought of plenty business models, looked at the business models Glenn Stearns ran, and I realized that there are some businesses he did that I would not be able to do. Why? Because we work in different economy, different country, then there are different things that works there, doesn't work here. So but this time, one thing I took was from the first set of his video. He said something like, find the right people, then you're going to be able to find their need and find what to sell to them. So in building our strategy, initially I did find the value, but that makes sense. When you find the value, then you go to find the people, and if they don't want it, it really does not, it won't give you that goal, right? So going further, yes, we're going to have a goal for this first week, but going further, I'm going to be like finding the right audience in order to first finding the right people. I won't say audience, finding the right people, and then finding the need and giving it to them. So that is basically the idea. And also content too. Content is one of the ways I'm going to use to reach out to more people, because one thing I want this video, the content, the reels, to be able to reach out to more people, so that when that value comes in, there are people there to sell to, right? I want to find the right audience, which I will, but if I can find 2, 3, 4, 5, a specific set of people, that means I know that there are more people like that that have a problem like that, and then I can reach out to. So one way I'm going to be using to reach out to people is through this video content, and also the reels I promote daily on all my social media platforms. That aside, another thing I thought of is setting goals. So when we have structured goals, then we do have a target, and when we have a target, there's a focus, and then hitting them is really going to make it organized. This whole challenge stuff is going to be organized. I personally too would also be organized mentally, physically, and then in achieving the $100,000 business goal in 90 days, right? Of course, I was a little bit overwhelmed on the first day. After shooting the first video, of course, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I was like, do you know what you're doing? But I'm really stirred up, and I want to keep on going, because for the past 4 or 5 days, I'm like, oh, you have at least more than 200 people have, watched you, and then they've watched you, and why not continue with it? I mean, who knows what is going to happen in the next 85 days to come? No, and with all this said and done, I think next videos that are going to be coming out will have much more events. You're going to see things happening around, and not just having me sitting down one place and telling you things. No, but like I said, we're setting goals this time, and then we're achieving the goals, and I'll be walking you through every step of the process on how we're achieving these goals. So the content is basically much more educational, business wise, and then it has a structure around it. It's not just a structure for the content, but also a structure for the business, and for us to achieve the $100,000 business goal. So please stay locked in. I know this is the first video. I really did not say much, but on other videos you're going to not just me say much, see much, and then it will really begin to make sense. I mean, we're 4 days in. Today is the 5th day. I'm really stirred up to see how far we can go on this, and beyond how far we can go on this, it is actually achieving $100,000
business, building it, and then making sure that other people too can follow the steps, and then we can build it. Because the reason I'm doing this is Glenn Stearns proved to us that there was the American dream. I want to know if really there is the Nigerian dream. So I am going to really go home and abroad, out of comfort, to really achieve this. It's not just content, it's not just coming out here to tell you things, but it's actually putting it in the work to really achieving $100,000 business in 90 days. Thank you. So stay tuned. Please subscribe and keep watching, keep following. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and over here on YouTube. These are where I upload, and then you can also keep track of what I'm doing. Thank you.